welcome back to the annual Talkin TV award ceremony, my silly little award ceremony that I do every year honoring the best in television. It's been an interesting year for television, to say the least, given that we are post-strike, post the delayed Emmys, post what seems like the end of peak prestige TV, Succession, Barry, Ted Lasso. Those three shows are over and done with, and we're into this new era of television. What I like to call the post-streaming wars era of television. We got a whole host of new shows this year, but even more than that, I feel like we got the next stage in a phenomenon that I've been referring to as blockbuster TV, and we've really been seeing that a lot this past summer. As you guys know, all the shows that came out this past summer are ineligible for this year's Emmys, and as such, the Talkin TV. But it's going to be really interesting going through this year's nominees and seeing kind of the new wave of TV shows that are coming out this year. So, with all of that being said, let's get to it. These are the 5th annual Talkin TV Awards. But first, as always, a moment of silence for our dearly departed TV shows. Kicking off this year, as always, with Best Debut Show. These are some of the newest, hottest, most interesting shows that we had so far in the television year of 2023 to 2024. And the nominees are Three Body Problem on Netflix, Ark, the animated series on Paramount Plus, Baby Reindeer on Netflix, The Continental on Peacock, Gen V on Amazon, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters on Apple TV+, The Sympathizer on HBO, and Shogun on FX. And the winner, to absolutely nobody's surprise, is Shogun. This was the breakout TV show of this year, at least the breakout drama TV show, I should say. They really adapt the book and also the 80s series that they originally did based off the book, which I didn't even know existed, so much justice. I absolutely loved watching this show each and every week. It added new levels of depth, new levels of intrigue, really gave us a look into Japanese daimyo culture that we've really never seen before, at least not in the modern sense. Breakout absolutely killer performances, twists and turns, just absolute peak drama that we used to get from our shows all the time. Absolutely loved every single minute of this show. It deserves this one. It really does. And you know what? We're going to change up the order this year because why not? It's my show. I can do what I want. So the next category this year is going to be Best Voiceover Performance. One of my favorites, just to give a shout out to animation, which it feels like is dying more and more every day. And the nominees this year are Haley Atwell, Marvel's What If, Dee Bradley Baker, The Bad Batch, Sterling K. Brown, Invincible, Jillian Jacobs, Invincible, AJ Locascio, X-Men 97, Seth MacFarlane, Ted, Steven Yeun, Invincible. And the winner here is none other than Steven Yeun for Invincible. He continues to deliver as Mark Grayson, aka Invincible, in, while a long-awaited but very much anticipated and I think well worth the wait sophomore season. Robert Kirkman promised us that the wait between seasons 2 and 3 would not be as long as it was between seasons 1 and 2, but it's good to see that nobody involved with this show, least of all Steven Yeun, missed a beat in the, I believe it was 2.5 years that we had to wait for season 2. But either way, Steven Yeun, congratulations on another Talkin' TV. Next, we have arguably the most important category when it comes to television, Best Writing. And given that this is the year that was heavily affected by the strikes, I think it's safe to say that writers are even more important now than ever. The nominees for this year are David Benioff, D.B. Weiss, Midori Shakar, Rose Cartwright, and Alexander Wu, Three Body Problem. Richard Gadd, Baby Reindeer. Christopher Storer and Joanna Callow, Fishes from The Bear, Season 2. Mike Flanagan, Emmy Grinwis, Justine Ireland, Kiel Sanchez, Matt Johnson, Danny Parker, Rebecca Leigh Klingel, and Jamie Flanagan, The Fall of the House of Usher. Eric Martin, Glorious Purpose, from Loki, Season 2. John Carcieri, Jeff Fradley, and Danny McBride, Wonders That Cannot Be Fathomed, Miracles That Cannot Be Counted, from The Righteous Gemstones, Season 3. Rachel Kondo and Kaylin Puente, Chapter 9, Crimson Sky, from Shogun. Will Smith, Mark Denton, and Johnny Stockwood. Slow Horses, Season 3. And the winner this year is Fishes from The Bear, Season 2. And despite the fact that there were some very, very good nominees this year, there was no way in hell that this wasn't winning. I think it's safe to say that in the post-Succession, Barry, Ted Lasso era, people are still looking to kind of cling on to, some sense of familiarity there, and The Bear definitely provided that this year. Specifically with the Fishes episode, which between this and Forks was most definitely the standout episode of this season of The Bear. I mean, just for the celebrity cameos alone that just popped in out of nowhere. But, I mean, the writing is, of course, top-notch. Anybody who grew up Italian, anybody who's ever had to deal with making Christmas dinner for that amount of relatives, anybody who's dealt with the 7 fishes, anybody who's been through any of those things completely understands everything that happens in this episode. It's part of what makes this episode so relatable. It's part of what makes the show overall as relatable as it is. And yeah, Fishes. Very well-deserved win. Next, we have the nominees for Best Guest Actress, because I love women. Women are great in all capacity, whether they're in a lead role, a supporting role, or a guest role. And this category was jam-packed this year with some mega star performances and mega star performers. Without further ado, here are the nominees for Best Guest Actress. Olivia Colman, The Bear. Molly Gordon, The Bear. Jillian Jacobs, The Bear. Poppy Liu, Hacks. Caitlin Olsen, Hacks. Sarah Paulson, The Bear. J. Smith Cameron, Hacks. Okay, I really should have specified that. It really was that while we had a lot of celebrity performances, we really only had them from 2 shows. What can I say? It was a strike season. But the winner is Olivia Colman for The Bear. This should come as absolutely no surprise. Every time she shows up in any category now, she's basically a shoo-in for the win. And I just have to remind people that once again, understandably so, because the Emmy season can be very confusing. This is for The Bear Season 2 for her one-off performance in the Forks episode, not for Season 3. But still, it's Olivia Colman. Nobody else in this category stood a chance. Continuing with the ladies, now we have Best Supporting Actress. And the nominees are Lizzie Broadway, Gen V. Hannah Einbinder, Hacks. Amy Fionn Edwards, Slow Horses. Carla Gugino, The Fall of the House of Usher. Mary McDonnell, The Fall of the House of Usher. Fumi Nikaido, Shogun. Maddie Phillips, Gen V. Divine Joy Randolph, The Idol. Mari Yamamoto, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. I know a lot of people are probably going to give me shit for having anybody from The Idol in this show, but guess what? Regardless of what you thought about the show, the performances were good. You can't take that away from it. But with that being said, probably because there was nobody in this category nominated from The Bear, the winner is Fumi Nikaido from Shogun. This is probably a performance that's going to go overlooked, considering the fact that really it's going to be Hiroyuki, Anna Sawai, and Tadanobu Asano that are going to get a lot of the attention, and also Cosmo Jarvis as well. But really, this might be the secret powerhouse performance of this entire show. Considering the fact that she is the real mastermind behind everything, but in a Count Dooku move, she isn't really revealed until about halfway through the show. Not to mention the fact that she, once again, is not a mustache twirling villain. She's got a lot of pathos, a lot of interesting backstory, and a very interesting connection to Moniko's character. She's a very interesting villain, and just the type of performance that she gives. It's a character that has this understanding of both her place in this society, while also understanding her own strength and machinations in terms of manipulating everybody around her to get what she wants. So with that, I have to say congratulations to her. This was a surprise performance of the entire year and most well-deserving. Now for the category that I originated on this show right here that still so far no other award show has done, which I think is a crime against humanity, Best TV Duo. Because like I say, every year, TV is a medium that works on duos, interactions, back and forths between actors. I would argue even more so than feature films. The nominees are Donnie and Martha, Baby Reindeer. Whitney and Asher Siegel, The Curse. Eddie Hornanen and Susie Glass, The Gentleman. Emma and Sam, Gen V. Deborah Vance and Ava Daniels, Hacks. John Blackthorne and Mariko, Shogun. Shirley and Marcus, Slow Horses. And John Bennett and Ted from Ted. And the winner, to nobody's surprise, is John Bennett and Ted. Okay, that's an interesting one. I'll admit I was not expecting that. I didn't even know that many people had watched Ted this year. I was kind of hoping for Blackthorne and Mariko or even Donnie and Martha to win this one, but hey, I guess people really love Ted. Next, we have the nominees for Best Overall Ensemble Cast. The nominees are Three Body Problem, The Bear, The Fall of the House of Usher, Gen V, Reservation Dogs, The Righteous Gemstones, Shogun, Slow Horses. And the winner is The Bear. Once again, should come as absolutely no surprise. I think the ensemble work for season 2, like a lot of good sophomore seasons, was greatly elevated here. We got a lot more context and really just what I wanted personally from season 2, which was a lot more moments with the supporting characters who had a lot of promise in season 1, but I felt like weren't fleshed out to the degree that they should have been. Considering the fact that season 1 is really focusing on Carmi, Richie, and Sydney. But this season we got a lot more with Sugar. We got a lot more with the Fact brothers. Tina, oh my god, Tina really I started to enjoy a lot more. Ibra, Cicero, the cousin played by Oliver Platt. Not to mention all the guest performers that showed up for Fishes. Oh man, this ensemble came to play this year. Best guest actor. The nominees are John Bernthal, The Bear. Graham Greene, Reservation Dogs. Ethan Hawke, Reservation Dogs. Christopher Lloyd, Hacks. John Mulaney, The Bear. Bob Odenkirk, The Bear. And the winner is John Bernthal for The Bear. I mean, it's John Bernthal in any category. The fact that he even had competition is pretty good. But again, these are some pretty good nominees. The Christopher Lloyd surprise in Hacks was really nice. There were so many other people in The Bear. Somebody was going to miss the cut, and unfortunately, it was Will Poulter. I guess the reason why I picked Mulaney over Poulter is just the fact that I'd never really seen that type of a dramatic performance from him, nor did I think he was really capable of it. And of course, Graham Greene and Ethan Hawke showing up in the last season of Reservation Dogs was truly, truly heartfelt and gut-wrenching on both of their parts. But I mean, Bernthal, come on. We finally got a full episode dedicated to him with Fishes as opposed to just a brief flashback that we got with him in season 1. And I mean, oh man, just Bernthaling in the best way possible. The best sign of both somebody who's clearly mentally unstable, but loves his family, suffering from depression, but not willing to show it. And of course, just being antagonistic in all the most fun ways to everybody around him. It's everything that we love from Bernthal. We got some screaming. We got him throwing forks at Bob Odenkirk. It was an absolute blast. Next, we have the nominees for Best TV Director. And I know we have this pretty late in the award ceremony considering that TV directors don't have nearly the same type of importance nor placement in TV as film directors do. But nevertheless, they're here. It's my award show. I can do what I want. And the nominees are Minky Spiro, Judgment Day, Three Body Problem. Christopher Storer, Joanna Callow, and Rami Youssef, The Bear, Season 2. Albert Hughes and Charlotte Brandstrom, The Continental. Mike Flanagan and Mike Fimignari, The Fall of the House of Usher. Justin Benson, Aaron Moorhead, Kazra Farahani, and Dan DeLu, Loki, Season 2. Andy Goddard, Beyond Logic, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Danny McBride, Burn for Burn, Wound for Wound, Stripe for Stripe, The Righteous Gemstones, Season 3. Jonathan Van Tulliken, Charlotte Brandstrom, Frederick Io Toy, Hiromi Kamata, Takeshi Fukunaga, and Emmanuel Osei Kufor, Shogun. And the winner here is The Bear, Season 2, directed by Christopher Storer, Joanna Callow, and Rami Youssef. Phenomenal season overall. Personally, I would have gone Shogun, but I can't fault this choice. It's a great choice. Fantastic direction all around. There were some banger solo episodes, particularly Rami's episode that he directed, where Marcus goes to Copenhagen, Fishes, Forks, the finale where they finally opened the restaurant. The list goes on and on. Moving right along, we have Best Supporting Actor. And the nominees are Tadanobu Asano, Shogun. Liam Cunningham, Three Body Problem. Robert Downey Jr., The Sympathizer. Mel Gibson, The Continental. Eben Moss Backrack, The Bear. Tokima Nishioka, Shogun. Chance Perdomo, Gen V. Kurt Russell, Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Alex Sharp, Three Body Problem. And the winner is Eben Moss Backrack for The Bear. After losing out to Matthew McFadden last year, this was his to lose. Eben is a guy who I have been rooting for and slowly been seeing on many, many different prestige TV shows over the year, breaking out really, at least for us mainstream guys, in shows like Girls and The Punisher. And 2 years ago, obviously, he killed it with breakout performance in The Bear and also his surprise guest appearance in the first season of Andor. Now he's won his Emmy, he's won his Talkin TV, and also he's playing the Thing in the Fantastic Four for Marvel Studios. I mean, Eben is just winning at everything right now, and I could not be happier for him. Next, we have the nominees with Best Actress. And while once again, unfortunately, Best Actress did not have as many nominees as the other categories, which got pretty beefed up this year because once again, Hollywood hates casting women in lead parts. The nominees for this year are Lily Rose Depp, The Idol. Jessica Gunning, Baby Reindeer. Anna Sawai, Shogun. Kaya Scodelario, The Gentleman. Jazz Sinclair, Gen V. Jean Smart, Hacks. I think the biggest thing, too, about this category for me this year is that a lot of performances that were considered supporting by a lot of the major voting bodies, I personally put in lead. But the winner, to no surprise, is Anna Sawai for Shogun. Really, not only the breakout performance from this show, but possibly the breakout performance of the year, as she also was the star player on Monarch, which aired in the fall. A complete badass powerhouse performance while also remaining just very feminine, very understanding of the culture, but not willing to live the life that she feels that she does not deserve, to quote one Maxine Minks. Really, really enjoyed this performance. The arc that she goes through from episode 1 all the way up until her very tragic death. Really, really love this character and this performance. We're coming down to the wire, people. The penultimate category, Best Actor. The nominees are Richard Gadd, Baby Reindeer; Tom Hiddleston, Loki; Theo James, The Gentleman; Cosmo Jarvis, Shogun; Gary Oldman, Slow Horses; Ho Day, The Sympathizer; Jeremy Allen White, The Bear; Hiroyuki Sanada, Shogun. And the winner is Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. I had you guys going there for a second, didn't I? You thought it was going to be Hiroyuki for a second. No, you didn't. Everybody knew this was going to be Jeremy Allen White. After doing his time, and yeah, I use that term like that, doing his time on Shameless for a decade plus, Jeremy Allen White finally has the breakout show to really call his own that has truly launched him to superstardom. He got the Iron Claw and the Bruce Springsteen biopic off of this. He is killing it at life right now, and it's all thanks to his performance as Carmi Brazato on the show. When this show started last year, I have to say I was very skeptical, to say the least. I had never really seen a show like it. I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy it going forward. I just thought it was a lot of yelling and a lot of fast editing. Needless to say that, of course, this would end up being the show that everybody fell in love with post the Succession craze. And really a lot of that is anchored in Jeremy Allen White's supreme performance as Carmi. And we're here. We made it. The final category of the Talkin' TV's Best Overall Show. We all know that I don't like to do what the Emmys do, where they split it up into drama, comedy, and miniseries. I hate doing that. TV is TV is TV. That, and I don't watch nearly enough shows in order to qualify for me to have individual categories for each one. And personally, I just find it reductive, because at the end of the day, it's all good stuff. The nominees for this year for the 5th annual Talkin' TV Awards Best Overall Show. The nominees are Three Body Problem on Netflix, The Bear Season 2 on FX and Hulu, The Gentleman on Netflix, Gen V on Amazon, Invincible Season 2 on Amazon, Monarch Legacy of Monsters on Apple TV+, Reservation Dogs, the final season on FX, Shogun on FX, and Slow Horses, Season 3 on Apple TV+. And the winner is The Bear. God damn it! I was really hoping that Shogun was going to overtake it this one. No, but it makes sense. The Bear is everybody's fan favorite, so naturally it was going to win overall show. I've already said enough that I have to say about The Bear. I can't say that I'm that surprised, honestly, even though I really, really wish that it would have been Shogun, because that's my number one so far. But I have to say, overall, not a bad choice, honestly. Again, Season 2 was everything that I wanted from Season 1, so I can't exactly fault it. And considering the fact that there was no way in hell that Season 1 was winning over Succession's final season, it makes sense that it wins here. Congratulations to The Bear, not only for winning Best Show, but for all the other wins. I think this might break the record as far as the most amount of overall Talkin' TV wins in one award ceremony. And that is it, people. That was the 5th annual Talkin' TV award ceremony. Thank you once again for tuning in. Be sure to tune in next year for the 6th annual Talkin' TV award ceremony. I can't believe that I've been doing this for half a decade now. And as always, people, keep tuning into the Talkin' TV channel for more awesome podcasts, awesome content as I continue to pump out content for the rest of 2024, going into 2025 and beyond. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on all the other socials, which will be included in the description. And as always, people, 12 seasons in a short film, and watch more fucking movies, and in this case, TV. We'll see you next time.